In this video, we're going to be talking about systems of inequalities. These are inequalities. You'll notice most times you have an equation for a line. You have y equals mx plus b. That's an equal sign. Well, this is an inequality. You can have greater than, you can have less than, you can have greater than or equal, or less than or equal. These look a little bit different. Let me just remind you of a couple of things we do know. Let's say we had the line y equals x plus 2. Okay, so if I had a basic graph here, this is the y-intercept. So at 0, 2 is where it's going to hit this graph. So at 0, 2 is where it hits the graph. We know that the slope is 1, and slope equals 1. It actually is the same as 1 over 1, and by definition it is rise over run, which means how much did you go up and how much did you go over. Notice they're both positive numbers, so we're going to go up a positive 1 and to the right, which is positive 1. So we'll go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. You can already see the line forming. So if I can go up 1, right 1, then I can go down 1, left 1, which is the opposite, down 1, left 1. Then I have this line that goes through all of that. That's how you draw a line. Let's say it would have been 2x plus 2. Well, I go through the same point at 0, 2, but I would go up 2 over 1. Okay, so instead of up 1, so I would go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. You can see that's getting steeper. Down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. So my line's going to look more like that this time. So the slope changes how much it is going to look. Now, if I take y is greater than 2x plus 2, then greater than means above the graph. So I'm going to take this first line out. Okay, above the graph. So that's going to be everything over here. If it would have been less than, then, and actually if it's just less than or just greater than, then this is a dotted line. The equal. Okay, so if I had this as less than, then it's under the graph. Then I would be talking about this stuff. If it said less than and equal, then this is a solid line. It includes the line and everything under. So a couple of things to remember. If it's greater than, it's above the graph. It's less than, it's under the graph. If it's got the equal sign under it, then it's a solid line. So let's look at the two that I have right here. Okay, so those were just the basics. Let's take a piece of graph paper and let's draw this one out. Let's say that I have my axis right here. And I'm going to figure out some things. So I have y is less than or equal to minus x plus 1. So my y-intercept is 0, 1. So 0 and then up 1, so I'm right there. And my slope is minus 1. So if I put that over 1, so that's going to be, what is my rise? That means my up or down. So I'm going to go down 1, and then I'm going to go right 1. How did I know that? Well, negative in the up or down, negative is down. So I'm going to go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. So I'm going to have, and there's an equal sign here, so I'm going to have a graph that looks something like that. I'm going to draw it through the points exactly like I want it, but it's going to look like that. Now it says it's greater than or equal, or excuse me, less than or equal. So we're going to talk about all the things under the graph. If it had been a greater than sign, we would have been up here. Now the second equation is a little more difficult because, I'm sorry, I wrote it incorrectly. Fix that in your notes real quick. It's not equals y equals something, it's 2y equals. So I'm going to have to divide by a 2 for everything. So my real formula is y is greater than or equal to 3 halves x plus 2 divided by 2 is a 1. Now, quick note. If this would have been a minus 2, and I had to divide by a minus 2, then I flipped that sign. It would have been a less than an equal, but it wasn't a negative. It's just a reminder, if you divide by a negative, you have to flip that sign over. So in this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take at 0, 1, they both cross at 0, 1, so it's going to be at that same place. But I'm going to go, what's my slope? 3 over 2, so I'm going to rise 3 and run 2. So it's going to be in a positive direction. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 over 2, up 3 over 2, down 3 over 2, down 3 over 2. There's my line. A little bit better drawing the line this time. And it had the equal sign, so I made that. Now, I made it a solid line. Now, this says it is greater than, so it's under the graph. So I'm dealing with all of this stuff. And so when they ask you where it overlaps, you will notice that both of my graphs overlap in this zone right here. And so they want to see an overlap. Now, you can do this on your calculator, or you can do it quickly on a piece of paper, or just sketch it out very quickly like I did. You don't actually have to have graphing paper. Let's look at one more of those if we can. Let's say we had an equation that looked like this. X is greater than or equal to 4, and 3x plus 2y less than 2. And we want to find out where these two systems overlap. Well, notice there's no y there. Okay, so I'm just going to sketch this one out without graph paper. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just put in some lines. Looking for the basic idea. These are all multiple choice. I just got to have the basic idea and know what I'm going to do. X is greater than or equal to 4. So that means it's going to be a vertical line at 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It has the equal sign, so it's going to be a line that looks like this. It says greater than, so I'm going to be over here, because all of that's greater than 4. Okay, so I have to rearrange this one, so I got to put the 3x on the other side. So it's 2y less than minus 3x plus 2. Notice I have it in the order y equals something x plus b. I divide by 2. Do I flip the sign? No, I didn't divide by a negative. So it's y is less than negative 3 halves x plus 1. So I'm going to be at 0, 1. And I'm going to go down 3, right 2. 1, 2, 3, right 2. 1, 2, 3, right 2. It's going to put that line right there. 1, 2, 3, down 2. So there's my graph. This one looks different like that. Let's see where these things overlap. And it says it's less than, so that's under the graph. So that's going to be all of this stuff. And so this is my zone right here where everything overlaps. Both graphs overlap from there downward. Okay, so you're going to try a couple of these just to see if you can get the pictures to match them in the next video. It's not too hard. You got to take your time. Again, you don't have to have graph paper every time, but if you have graph paper, that's fine. But you can just sketch it out and have the basic idea. Good luck.